Hello everyone and welcome to another card video. Today I'm using Lil'inker Designs Apple of My Eye stamp set, Apple Shaker die, Teacher word window, some MFT dies, and Bazzill textured cardstock. I've cut out a piece of the white Bazzill cardstock and I have a card base with Simon Says stamp, fog, and I'm cutting out the apple onto the piece of white. That's going to be my card front. So I've also cut it out in the Parakeet green in Bazzill. And now I'm taking the center portion of the apple, which looks like a tooth to me. And I'm also cutting it out of some acetate. Now I have the color Raven, and I'm cutting out the little stem, and I'm cutting out the teacher word 4 times. So now that we have everything cut out, we're going to start putting this together. I have 2 pieces of craft foam, and I'm going to adhere them together using 1/2 inch score tape. So I'm just going to completely cover the one side of this foam to stick the 2 together. I wanted it to be thicker than just one ply. I needed a 2-ply foam craft foam sheet. And now I'm just using this to kind of push down where I want to cut out the little center of the apple. I'm cutting it through both of the craft foams to create my shaker portion. And I'm just making sure that everything is going as planned, because you know sometimes that doesn't happen. And I wanted to trim it down so that it's slightly smaller than my card panel, my front panel. That way it doesn't peek out. So I've used 1/8 inch score tape to put around the frame of this apple. I'm doing like an inlaid kind of shaker technique here. So I'm adhering the acetate to create my window. And I'm going to put everything together using the same score tape. So once I have everything together, I'm just going to use some multimedia matte to adhere the black stem and the little green leaf that are other dies in that same set. So once I have all of that adhered down, I'm going to start adding my shaker bits. Oh, that's a lie. I'm going to stamp my interior sentiment. So I'm just putting this right on the card base. So I'm trying to line everything up so that when you look through the apple window, you see this. It says just for you. And I'm just using Hero Arts black dye ink to stamp that. I think I stamp it twice to get it nice and black. And I stamped that directly onto my fog card base. Now I'm using my shaker bits. I'm adding my shaker mini prills, and this is in like a dark gray. I love the grays. I couldn't help it. They look like little apple seeds. So I'm just putting that onto the card base and playing. So now I'm going to adhere all of these die cuts together to make a more dimensional die cut. So I've got my Ranger Multi-Medium Matte, and I'm just going to put a little bit all around the die cut, and I'm going to do this 4 times. Just dropping the smallest lines I can and putting them together. even if some expels out, it's matte, so it's going to dry matte, and you're not really going to be able to see it. So once I get these all together the way I want them to look, I'm going to stamp the second sentiment. Thank you for helping me grow, and I'm stamping that in Versafine Onyx Black pigment ink on some fog cardstock. And I'm using Stampin' Up's clear embossing powder to heat emboss that sentiment. Magic. I'm going to cut it out with MFT's stitched square word window. Pop it up with some Scotch 3M foam tape. I'm going to adhere the teacher word die right over top of that with some multimedia matte and add some Nuvo drops at the end. And I'm not sure, you tell me if it should be with or without the Nuvo drops. I ended up adding them, but I wasn't real sure. So tell me in the comments below if you like the black dots or not. The photos at the end of the video are of my son and at his soccer game, so I hope you enjoy them. Yeah, it's not bad. But that's the card for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.